Hey guys, this is something new that we're trying out. It's going to be a little podcast, little audio, little snippet for you guys to enjoy on.
Yes.
So we have Joe, we have Luke, and
That's
we
me.
have Denzel. Denzel, say hello.
Hello.
So I don't know if this is going to be a regular thing, but people like the Smash video we did, so we thought we'd try something else. And this time I thought we'd talk about Halo Infinite. Do you like my hand movements? You can't see him, but these guys can.
Halo Infinite.
Or
Marty O'Donnell's in the
I've been
trailer.
calling it Infinity all day. Turns out it's called Infinite.
Oh.
So I got my facts right.
There's a Bioshock game called that.
I know, but I think it has something to do with the ship. See?
Yeah. No, I thought the Halo was called the Infinite, right?
No.
Oh,
The
wait, am I
Infinite
wrong?
was the UNSC ship, which is the biggest ship in the fleet.
Oh, right.
didn't
Has
know
that ever been in a Halo game before?
Yeah, it's been in Halo 4 and Halo 5.
Oh,
Of course, it's been in the games that I haven't played.
In one of the trailers in the cinematics, it's the one which crashes through the Covenant supercarrier.
Right.
Wow, I'm glad.
So-
in the cinematic of one of those two games.
I've got some questions, and it's funny you bring that up, because my first question is, to kind of set us off, is what were your thoughts on Halo 5? And I know you've played it the most, Denzel, so just a quick little... Do you like the game?
My thoughts on Halo 5 are... They're a bit everywhere. On some parts it's fun. It's a very fun co-op game, but co-op games aren't always they need to be good on their own merit. And if you play Halo 5 by itself, it's not amazing.
I feel like even bad games are good on co-op sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I've had fun on, say, Explosion Man. That game fucking sucks by yourself.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But Halo 5, it's not the worst. I think Halo 4 is the worst Halo that I've played. I mean,
That's strange because a lot of people like the campaign of Halo 4, but not Halo 5.
no, I didn't like the multiplayer of Halo 4 or the campaign of Halo 4.
Well, no, I think people didn't like them compared to the other ones, but 5 was kind of whack when it just said Master Chief's only in 3 levels and locks in the other 12.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get off of Master Chief, so they're slowly weaning him away from Halo. If they can get people to like Locke, who they showed as strong as Master Chief, and he can fight him, then if he holds, then they'll just continue with Locke. The voice actor of Master Chief is getting old.
Yeah, I read that people were worried he wasn't going to come back for Infinite.
Steve Downs.
It turns out he is, it's rumoured he is, because he's tweeted about Halo Infinite. But he used to do a radio show, and he's retired from that now. And yeah, apparently he's getting towards the end.
Quick thing, in Splinter Cell, that they had to, with the newest Splinter Cell game that came out in 2012 or 2013, they didn't use the normal voice, Michael Ironsides.
Right.
That was because he was ill. He was I think he had cancer treatment or something.
Oh, really?
But they it was really strange. Ubisoft came out and was like, we got this new voice actor because we want to save money because he can do all the mocap and voice.
It was the same voice actor for Chris Redfield. It just
that guy, yeah.
Was it Chris Redfield?
It was. I think it was Chris Redfield.
Oh yeah, and going back to Halo 5, I was going to say something. What were we just talking about? We're talking about Locke. Oh yeah. It's strange that they decided to go. It's like they're trying to prove themselves. Like, we can make a good character too. But what I think they should have done was, it was weird in Halo 5, was that Buck wasn't the leader of the group, and I always thought Buck as the leader. But what if they made Locke Buck? I thought that would have been a really
Buck
interesting
was definitely
story.
Probably the strongest character of ODST.
Yeah.
By a long shot.
ODST. Most of the time, I don't remember the names of the rest of them.
Yeah.
Let alone anything. And they had major speaking roles in it as well.
Dutch.
Yeah,
Nolan North's in there somewhere.
Dutch, Mickey,
Romeo.
Yeah, Romeo is in there. Romeo's still alive in the universe of there, but he's just choosing not to be a Spartan.
No.
But yeah, it would make sense if Buck was the leader of it. But I
feel like, sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to say this when you brought up Locke. It's strange that they put a lot of focus on Locke, but at the same time if you're going to focus on a character and you're going to be, this is our new character, you want to make that character developed, right? Because that's their problem with Master Chief, is that they didn't Bungie made Master Chief as this clean slate, right? And they've said that in interviews. They've said it in the documentaries. Master Chief is meant to be just a face for the player to put themselves on. Yeah. Whereas 343 wanted to make Master Chief their own character, but people didn't like that. So, perfect opportunity. You bring a new character in. You can do all the characterization stuff. And then, then you've got both of these characters. On paper, it's a great idea, but I don't think they did it. I haven't played too much of Halo 5. But I feel like they didn't do anything with that concept.
Yeah.
Like, what is... thing? What's he about?
During Halo 4 and Halo 5, I mean, in comparison, if you play them all back to back, you can really see just how depressed Master Chief is, and that's not fun to play. Yeah. No one likes playing as like a sad super soldier because there's just nothing behind it. So in Halo 4, he was trying to get Cortana to Dr. Halsey. And he was sad about that. And now in Halo 5, when, spoilers, Cortana supposedly died, he's sad because she's not there. And then when she comes back, he's sad because he needs to go there. And then he's sad because she's actually evil.
Yeah.
So that's stupid as well, right?
Yeah.
Like,
in Halo 1, 2 and 3, Master Chief was, if he had any emotion, it was always...
let's go kill some...
Yeah, or sarcastic.
Yeah.
Like spitting out one-liners like the old... action heroes.
Yeah, just like any first person shooter that came out before then, like an old Duke Nukem maybe is a bit too much on the one-liners, but like
in comparison, Chief's probably the most grounded out of all of them in a way.
Yeah.
Like he's just a guy, he has a couple of lines here and there. It's not completely overblown like Duke Nukem. It's not completely nothing like Doom guy say.
Yeah. And when he says something, it's like, oh, it means something. Like there's a reason why he said this. Or it's a joke.
Yeah, so I see why they would want more emotional characters in their game, but they're just adding in a character which also can't have emotion because in his backstory, Locke was an assassin who wanted to kill the Arbiter. He said it's not a good idea to have the Arbiter alive, so he voted to assassinate him. Eventually, obviously, it didn't go through. But he's supposed to be this sort of tough leader type, and it's just one of those things where it's too similar to the Chiefs, so that he can't have emotion. But then again, they tried to make the campaign for Locke a lot easier, so you like playing as Locke more. So.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he has more upgraded armor. I think he can. He has this system in his suit which allows you to hunt for collectibles easier.
Also, he has extra abilities.
Yeah,
from Chief.
Yeah. It's nothing. Obviously too huge, but
yeah, it's not like it's double damage or something.
Yeah,
but
the trade out was the fact that the original Spartans, Master Chief and his compadres
crew,
the boys,
they got their signature weapons. I think one because it's law. She can run faster than everybody, but you can't tell. You can't tell at all.
She was in the book, yeah.
Yeah.
Linda.
Yeah, I think Linda can run faster than everybody else.
Yeah, it's I listened to the Fall of Reach on audiobook, and it's really good. I also listened to the one after that, which is just a novelization of Halo 1. It's not very good because it's got it goes a bit too much into detail on, and then Master Chief hid behind a rock as an enemy came up behind him, and then he shot him, and then he moved up here, and then he shot another one, but it's describing each battle in detail.
Right,
but it is cool when it jumps to Captain Keyes or something, someone we haven't seen. Yeah.
Yes. I like the little touches they added into Halo 5, but they just felt unnecessary because Linda doesn't actually run that much faster than you.
Yeah.
And I think Fred has slightly stronger shields, but he always has a shotgun. And the shotgun's one of the strongest shotguns in the game. So there's little touches which they had for the trade out of the suit upgrades for Locke.
It's too minuscule to really take note of.
So
unless you were looking for that kind of thing.
I played through the game a good 3 times before I even noticed. It would just so happen I played with a random online, and he was running slightly faster than me, and that's when I needed to test it for myself. So I tried it, and that's when I found out the other parts. But
so sorry to interrupt, but we talked a lot about Halo 5. But let's all agree, no one cares about Halo 5 in the past. We got this new Halo game coming out.
What's it called?
Called Halo Infinite, not Infinity, Halo Infinite. They showed a trailer of lots of big open spaces, open kind of landscapes and whatnot. And it plays the old Halo 3 music and it shows Chief's helmet. We see a few Marines, I think.
The old Chief's helmet.
It's slightly different, but it's pretty much the same.
So,
it's got some new things.
Easy question. What do you want in the game? Not necessarily what do you think is going to be in the game. What if they said, Denzel, Luke, we want you on board, what do you want from the Halo Infinite?
Well, I'm going to go first.
Go for it.
I don't really care if it's open world. I don't really. I've played too many open world games at this point. There's way too many. It's oversaturated. It would be cool if that was like just you know how Halo 1 had the open like area where you had to go save the people, but maybe bigger.
Yeah.
Maybe like I want to go to space. I don't want to just stay in a ring the entire time. That sounds a bit boring. I want it to be like a mix of Halo 1. And it can add aspects of 4 and 5. I know that people aren't going to be happy. Like people actually like those games. Like then they don't like the old ones. So I don't like the sprint's okay, but I don't like the jetpacks. Not the jetpacks in Halo Reach.
The thruster stuff.
Thruster like left and right. I don't think it should really focus that much on esports. I don't really know if people actually watch Halo 5 esports. But
they have a big enough backing.
Yeah. Okay.
I think surprisingly, Gears of War's got a bit of a bigger backing.
Yeah, so I think it's bigger.
Which, funny enough, Gears of War just stayed the same, and it's always had that.
I think it needs it has to have like a good enemy to fight, not the what's the ones that turn to dust or something.
They're like Bionicle.
Yeah.
Prometheans.
Prometheans.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind like maybe another war or something. I don't know. I'm not going to say the story, but. Be cool to have like a proper meaty person to kill, and
I think as with Halo 5, it seems like they're sort of scratching for excuses to bring back the old enemies and how to make it.
But then they redesign them, which is weird.
One thing I've always thought is sound is always incredibly important of like when you're fighting enemies. I mean, Gears of War had the same thing. It's like when I shoot an enemy, I want to like actually feel like I'm shooting an enemy, whereas with Prometheans in Halo 5 and Halo 4 you shoot them and it's just metal on metal.
Well, it's the same when you're fighting the robot guys in Gears of War, right?
Like, that's what I mean. There's no sort of sustenance behind it. It's like
you want a good meaty enemy.
It's almost like you're shooting at targets. You know, with the old enemy design, it's hunters were fun. They had a certain way to kill, and it wasn't the Doom way of shoot it until it dies.
And you're avoiding the metal on metal hit. You were trying to find the fleshy part, which is at the back or behind. It was the neck. In the neck. Like if you got the neck shot, you're like,
or even with jackals, like you want to shoot for their hands, or like, you know.
Yeah, there's always placements. And with grunts, like believe it or not, could sponge quite a lot of hits to the stomach. One shot to the head, they were dead. With elites, it was a little bit different, where you actually had to shoot them and then take their shields off. But each enemy, you couldn't kill in the same way. It was always...
That's why you had the energy weapons to be better against the shields.
Yeah.
And then the human weapons typically better against the...
Yeah.
I'm also... So, I just want, even if it does change a lot, it'd be good just to have, like, a nice, like, story that doesn't try and make it it doesn't make it Hollywood. Just, like, a simple story. You can make it, like, just blow up this thing. That's it. You don't have to go crazy into detail. You don't have to say, what was that mission in Halo 5 where you had there was a space elevator that you had to go down, then you had to talk to people, then you had to do missions for them, then you had to go back, and then
it was on a planet. It was the second mission in the game.
Yeah. Well, I like complicated stories, but Halo isn't really about. It's about like
Halo 1, 2, and 3 have more been like the stories were there, but they weren't the main focus. The lore behind it was incredibly expensive. If you chose to go down to look at that, right?
And I think 343 pushes this lore. If they just made it feel like there was compact, but without saying anything.
Yeah,
that's the magic.
Yeah, I want couch co-op back.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, that would be great.
Couch co-op can extend the game's life for years.
Yeah.
I mean, even now I'm still playing Halo 3 because there's so few games which actually support couch co-op.
Yeah.
When it's
And
almost
4-player couch co-op as well.
Yeah.
Like,
it's unheard of now.
Yeah.
You can get 1 or 2 on certain games, or you can get some indie games which you play for like an hour, but they're just no good. They're not fun.
And I think that at the start of the new consoles, right, the PS4 and Xbox One, I was totally against Xbox One, and I thought it was a piece of shit because of the stuff they said. But now Xbox One, I think, is really good.
yeah.
But they don't have any. I always play games with you guys, and I can't play anything.
Yeah.
But PS4 has all these great indie games and also other games as well that you can just play, and it's so easy.
Yeah, they shot themselves in the foot with that whole thing. It almost seems like it was a way to make money. It's like, if you do want to play with your friends, all 4 of you
You have to buy
need
Xbox
to
Live.
buy Xbox. You need to buy an Xbox One, then you need to buy the game, then you need to buy Xbox Live.
Yeah.
And that's when, instead of just one person having the Xbox, the other person going around their house and then obviously bringing the game with them.
Yeah.
If Halo 3 couch co-op didn't exist, I wouldn't own it, because the only reason I played it was because I got invited around to play a game of Halo on couch co-op.
Well, it's funny because when we used to play Halo 3 back in the day and Reach, like we always played online, so we didn't really need the couch co-op, but we played with a lot of people who did. Like, there was I'm going to name some names here that are going to be irrelevant to everyone else, but like Little Johnny Fighter, people like that, who just, it was like a family, and like, you know.
And like, if you hop into a Call of Duty game, Call of Duty is the only AAA game that I can think of that always has couch co-op. And I always see people, if I play the new one, having the +1 name on there, which means someone else is playing. It's like, just if someone's in the room, you've got another controller, go for it.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter if the person's any good at the game, you're still having fun regardless.
You're just messing about with
it
your
adds
mate.
to it.
So if the new Halo did have that, it would make it 1,000 times better.
That was a good
So, Halo Infinite, I want to have a campaign that is just fun. Because when I played Halo 4 and 5, I didn't finish either of them because I just didn't enjoy it. Like, it just wasn't entertaining, especially 4. The beginning of 4 is probably one of the worst openings to a game I've seen in a long time.
What, you mean walking around alone in a space station, which
Yeah,
looks the same?
and little quick time events come up to climb ladders
that was
and shit.
so jarring that they just
Yeah.
popped a quick time event there.
Yeah, and it was just very strange, and like Cortana was constantly like, "Chief, you got to go here. Chief, you got to go here." And it's, I know the old Halo games were like that, but it was more like, "Chief, we're on a planet. You've got to get to this thing."
And now you got to wait until you finish that mission before you get any other feedback, or not even. Maybe
I mean,
a couple more times.
the idea was that Cortana had the intelligence, right? Had the knowledge, but Chief was the kind of expert to it, or you were like the guy who
did it.
Yeah. So this leads to my next question a little bit. What do you expect Halo Infinite to be? So not necessarily what do you want. When we start to see more about this game, what are you expecting? And I'll kick it off with, I really think they're going to try some esports, Destiny, microtransaction mess. You know what I mean?
You can go on then as well.
See, the thing is, it's because everyone pays into it. Me myself, I don't watch esports. I can see why people do. It's just like watching normal like football or rugby, or I think it's baseball, I guess, where you know you're never going to be as good as them. So it's nice to watch someone be an expert.
Well, it's still entertaining when like your favourite player like manages to make a comeuppance on something.
I don't see the newer. I don't really understand the newer esports like Halo or something. Like Counter-Strike to me is like when they do something cool in Counter-Strike, I'm like, oh, I understand how that works. They point a gun at someone and they did it really well. But then Halo, it's like he dashed to the right and then he ran this way with a controller, and it's like that's a bit too muddy for me.
The controls are more complex on the esports on Halo 5, but for me it's not a case of how complex it is. It's not. There's no substance behind it. It's just not fun for me to watch. And if 343, which they have been doing, get a lot of money from that, then they're going to try to put it into the next one. So there's going to be more competition. And I have stayed away as much as I can from any sort of competitive mode in any game, because I like playing games and having fun on it. Playing a game isn't my full-time job, so therefore I shouldn't start getting annoyed or angry at it.
That's the trap you get into.
Yeah.
Right.
So once you get into that, you want to be better than everybody else, and when you get that, you start getting angry because you won't be as good as everybody else.
Yeah.
So it's if 343 focus on esports and have competitive modes, they're going to be focusing on that and not so much on the normal user playing experience.
Yeah.
Like they'll focus on it, sure, but nowhere near as much as they would, because they want to get the huge sort of advertising from esports plus the money which comes in with it.
Well, the logic is like when you're... I mean, I've got into it as well with Smash Brothers and Street Fighter, right? Like, you watch someone on stage, and I'm talking Street Fighter here, they beat someone on stage, right? And you're like, I could do that. You know what I mean? And that man just won like 10 grand for doing that. I could do that and win 10 grand. So you get online and then you practice and you get frustrated, you get mad. But then as well, you start seeing people like, oh, the good players, they're using all the skins. And like, you're not thinking the skins make me better, but you're like, I want people to see me as a good player.
I want to show that I'm just as good as these people.
Which is, Halo 5 didn't have microtransaction of the armor or anything, but it did have, there was a mode you could play with the weapons.
Rec pack.
The rec packs, which got you special weapons and stuff, which, funny enough, I do actually no, you did get the armor and stuff in the rec packs, but you can unlock them normally as well. But, that was like, it was a fun game mode, I had fun with it, I never put any money into it or anything, but you could put money into it and get like more powerful weapons, like rockets that shot like 3 rockets and crazy stuff like that. But Destiny, right, is a similar sort of thing, right? You've got the guns and stuff lying around that are like special abilities, and you can. I don't know too much about Destiny, so I might be wrong here, but you can. I assume there's a way to put money into it, right, and get better stuff, maybe?
You can buy.
I don't know.
Buy things on.
I never bought it.
I'm really worried. That's what Halo Infinite's going to be. It's going to be like this big open world thing where you travel around.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So Halo 4 was Call of Duty. Halo 5 was more of trying to do what Gears of War did when they had the different studio Gears of War. And Halo 6, or Infinite, is, I think it's going to try and copy Bungie, because they know that Bungie's made the game, like, everyone's shouting at them to say, bring it back like it was. Who brought it back like it was? Bungie. What can they do? Copy Bungie.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear with the game.
Yeah.
That it's going to come out, or at least they'll show some trailers and it's going to be like, I'm picturing the trailer here, right? And this is what, I know I was wrong about the E3 thing, because I said at E3 this year they were going to show Halo 6 and it was going to be an esports like Counter-Strike thing. But obviously it wasn't, it was Halo Infinite. But the first trailer is going to be like one of those Ubisoft demos where they got like the people playing the characters. Like, oh yeah, let's go over here. This group of like 4 or 5 people. And they go to like a boss and they're like, oh, and like a kind of a, what's that EA game that's coming out in a minute? Anthem.
Yeah.
Something like that. Just some Anthem looking piece of shit trailer.
Yeah. There's just all... I can't stand the fake gamer voice.
Ubisoft are awful for that.
And EA are just...
You're talking about the 4 people which always play
Whoa,
play
look
the
at
same
that
game.
in the background. Who fucking says that?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, the glass hit me. Whoa.
Hey Jerry, I'm low on health. Can you pass me a health pack, please?
Whoa, this guy looked like he got killed
Yeah,
really bad.
that's what annoys me. In the Ubisoft one, the Division 2 or whatever the fuck game it was, like, this guy walks into an airplane and he's like, whoa, what happened here? What happened to What? No one would ever say that. Because he doesn't care. He's like, oh cool, what's in this airplane? Like,
where's the loot?
Yeah, like, no one would ever go in there and be like, whoa, what happened in here? Like, you would, no one would ever get that invested into a game when you're playing co-op, ever.
That would be an amazing job to have, though, is overact while playing a game.
Yeah.
I feel like they just get, like, the fucking intern to do it, saying, they're like, hey, you like games, right? And they're like, yeah. Alright, cool. Pretend to play this game, but also...
don't do what you normally do, which would just be running around trying to find...
Swearing at your friends.
Trying to find a way
this is
to
the
break out
gameplay
of
you've
the
got.
map.
You've got to stretch it.
The fact that
gonna
they don't
start
start
walking.
and immediately turn around and try and shoot each other,
Yeah.
like to see what kind of game you're playing.
Therefore, you know they're not.
Yeah,
I've joined random servers, which I must admit, to my shame, I was playing Tom Clancy's Wildland, and I joined. It was they were taking it really, really serious, as if people were actually in the army. I was not really intervening at all. Yeah, it was a role playing sort of server, so to speak, and it's nothing like real life. No one would be that sort of in depth, and that's what Ubisoft sort of thinks that people would do with their games. When in real life, if they actually took a look, it's run around, try to break out the map, try to jump on everything you can.
Yeah.
Try and exploit it to shit. Yeah.
Get angry with your teammate, try to kill them or at least block them, and run to the exit as fast as you can to show that you're a better gamer than the 3 people that you're with.
Well, even role-playing servers are different than what Ubisoft show, because it's like...
Ubisoft guys are
in-depth.
almost shocked like when things are happening.
Yeah, whereas role-playing's like doing like very technical things, like, oh, I've got this much ammo left, I've got...
Yeah, and they're like, whoa, we got an XP for that one, boys. Let's carry on to the next
mission. Let me call in a fucking drop zone. What am I saying? I don't know.
You know it's a fake Ubisoft trailer because when they walk into something, they don't like fall through the map or just like fucking break.
I really wanted to believe that was actually false. That I was playing the Division. I walked to a door. Needed to go through the door, but I was worried I was going to die just due to the fact that it didn't have a floor to it, and I could see completely through the map, and all I could see was blue. And I was there for about 10 minutes trying to figure out what to do until I realised that the only way that you can see the floor is if you walk through the door, and that's when the floor appears, but the floor behind you disappears.
Yeah. One more thing with the Halo 6, I think they're going to kill off Locke. That would be hilarious.
No, I think they're going to kill off Master Chief.
Well, they've said already that they're going to focus on Master Chief.
Is this game going to be like almost a reboot kind of thing?
No.
Or is it confirmed to follow on from 5?
No, it is confirmed to follow on 5. It's set on a Halo that's already in the lore or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. But so why is Chief's armor different now?
And why was it different in 5 and 4?
I guess they just change it whenever they want. Speaking of which, so this is a bit more of a closed question, we'll call it. The trailer showed the old style Halo 3 helmet, maybe not exact, but it was clearly an attempt.
Yeah.
And it had the dun dun dun, clearly a bit of a grab at the Halo 3 crowd or the traditional Halo crowd.
I think that was Halo 3, that one.
Was it an attempt to get everyone's attention? Or are they genuinely going down that path?
I think they're doing it for attention.
Like a nostalgia grab. Almost.
Like if you remember Halo 4's release trailer, where Master Chief was walking through the desert in clothes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was completely different. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! What are those things?"
Yeah, I think it's not like that. I think
Halo 4 or was that Halo 5?
That's 4.
He was walking through the desert. I think that was
5. That is 5.
No,
sorry,
5 was the one where he was
it showed him getting out
arguing
of the
with
pod.
Locke, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think the one in the desert was 4.
No, it is 5. The first trailer that they showed for 4 was him jumping out the pod and doing a completely different thing than what he did in the actual game. Like he jumped out and then used his jetpack and shot something. It's like a CG trailer.
Yeah, and then the ship's blown up.
Yeah, the announcement for 5 is the desert. I know because I made a video on it the other day.
Okay.
I forgot it was
sorry, it was 5, but still, Master Chief was walking through a desert alone in a garb, I guess you'd call it. He did have a cracked visor, but nothing like that. You don't even see sand once in Halo 5.
Yeah, it's so. It must have been when they didn't have any ideas.
Yeah, and the thing is, the Guardian's a lot smaller in the trailer as well. The Guardian looks like a...
Yeah, it looks massive.
Well, in the trailer, no, it looks tiny.
But I think it comes right from the...
Yeah, but he said it's even bigger in Halo 5.
Yeah, in Halo 5, Locke is on the front of it. And it's an entire level when you're trying to like jump down it. As in the trailer, it's absolutely tiny. That one, yeah. But so I don't think the trailer is going to really represent it perfectly. I think it's going to be completely different.
I think that the art style they're showing is the one they're going to use. Have you seen some of the? You haven't like looked at the footage of the new trailer and stopped it at all? Have you?
No, I haven't.
But they are all the the Marines look like Halo 3 Marines, but they're all holding the Halo 5 weapons, which kind of look a bit weird. So I think they're glossing over the stuff they've added and just trying to bring back as much as possible for the fans. So it is like Halo 5, I think, but they're showing all the bits. Like they're only directing us in a certain view.
It's almost like fan service. They're showing the fans what they want to see.
Yeah.
Then they're going to trick us.
Like
Yeah.
Has anything been like showed about? It's not going to do a complete 180, and it's actually going to be like a strategy game, or like Gears
Funko
Pop.
Yeah.
When's it out? Gears Pop's out soon, I think.
I've sheltered myself from this information because I don't want my.
I really wish you were with us when we watched it free. That would have been so funny.
For those who don't know, Denzel's a pretty big Gears fan. I mean, we like Gears as well. I think me a little bit more than you, but Denzel more than me, sort of thing. And
meaning me, and I don't like Gears of War that much.
So I was watching the trailer with Luke, and I was like, "New Gears!" And then the Funko Pop chainsaws out the wall, and it's Funko Pop markers, and I was like, "Whoa, what's happening?" And I was freaking out. And how did you react to that?
Well, I was given, I did not buy one of these Funko Pop's Marcus Phoenix statues.
You or me? Yeah. I mean, me or Luke probably got
it. Joe, I think.
And at first I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a fan made thing. And then it was actually, I looked more into it and it was actually real. And
you thought it was a dream?
Yeah, for a moment I just looked at my Funko Pop statue which sits on my shelf and I felt sad. Well, for one, I don't know why, but for a moment in my head I thought, oh, maybe there's like a code on the Funko Pop thing so I can actually like use something like that in the game.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would.
Like an amiibo.
But it's not. It's not like that at all. When it's going to be terrible. It's that, and there's also like a phone strategy game.
It's not a phone. It's only on PC. It's an XCOM sort of game.
No, there's another game.
No, that's a different game.
Oh,
yeah.
There's 3 Gears games coming out.
4? Do you mean
3?
3. There's Funko Pop, Gears 5, and the Gears Halo Wars game.
Yeah, that's on PC only.
Yes, but we're talking about the Funko Pop game.
Oh, I thought you said there was another one coming on phone.
No, there was one coming out on phone. Was there not?
The Funko Pop one is the one coming out on phone.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant there was
and
another
then
one
there's
on phone.
there's one on PC as well, which looks equally bad.
It doesn't look too good.
It looks like a model swap of XCOM.
Yeah,
It does.
I mean that's not fun. People don't play Gears of War like for the strategy behind it, and they don't think Gears of War is artsy or cute. Anything along those lines.
Well, it will be artsy and cute with these 2 new games. It hit all the audience.
Well, why Gears, right?
Yeah.
Funko is a massive company, and they've made the figures of all sorts of things. Nintendo games, like loads of cartoons.
Well, it's
and stuff.
Microsoft that are making the game, so what would be a better Microsoft brand? To
Yeah,
make
but
a
like,
Funko game?
I mean, but
Halo.
are Gears fans,
Gears
or Gears or Halo fans, are either of them interested in
Lara Croft.
I mean, regardless whether or not it's Microsoft or Funko making this decision, like Funko's side is that they make cute little characters. Microsoft's side is that majority of their games are like, they're the cool, mature guys.
Japanese audience.
The Japanese audience.
Yeah, Halo doesn't sell. Not Halo. Xbox doesn't sell in Japan.
Yeah, but they're going to be like, oh, so I can play as a Funko Gears. They're not going to be interested in that.
But Funko is big in Japan, right? Like
I don't think it is.
Is it not? I thought it was.
No. I think there's a big thing about like they do like figurines, but they don't like Funko because Funko are kind of cheap and nasty.
Yeah, you
looking.
can't really move them.
Yeah. Well, they're just really boring.
They are.
And out of all
like
of
10 quid.
the Microsoft-owned franchises to actually turn into Funko Pop, they choose the most violent one.
That's what I mean.
Halo, you shoot people, yeah, of course, but it's not anything sort of
Blue blood is
gory.
fine. You can get away 15.
Whereas Gears of War, you rip someone's arm off, or you slam their head into the pavements for so long that their head explodes, or you chainsaw them literally in half. And now it's gone to, oh, look how cute this person is. Oh, look at him with his tiny little chainsaw. He's not going to do anything. And it's going to be a disappointment. So hopefully Halo Infinite they don't sort of bleed into that sort of aspect, trying to get more customers in, because it doesn't feel like a game. It feels like a selling point.
Yeah.
And that's what most games are coming into. It's not so much about the game anymore. It's about how much money can we make off of the people that really like this game. Call of Duty's the worst for it, because they will just pump out as many games as they can with no thought behind it. They are reasonably well-made games, but they're all the same.
Yeah.
I mean,
They are all the same, yeah. Like, they try and change it. Oh, it's World War II now. It wasn't World War II the last 3 games, but it was World War II the last 5 games ago.
Yeah.
it seems with that, it just seems like a pissing contest between Battlefield and Call of Duty.
Yeah. It's also annoying that they get pay for maps, also pay for in-game items. It's like, why don't you just do one, and then people will enjoy.
One thing I don't understand with what Gears of War did was you can pay for the maps,
That's
but
a copyright strike.
you can also still play the maps as well.
Yeah, you can play the maps if someone already owns them.
Halo 5, I believe, did the same.
Did Halo 5?
One of
Did
the
you have to
Halo
pay
4.
for the maps in Halo 5?
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't do that.
I'm sure you did.
I thought it was free, actually. I don't know.
Maybe free, or maybe
That's
confused
cool.
between something.
I feel like you got a question, Joe.
I did have a question, but I was trying to figure the DLC thing. But this question, I guess I'll just say this question, is stepping away a little bit from what we were talking about. But I feel like there's only so much you can talk about the 2-minute long teaser they've given out. So just to give our background sort of thing, I thought we'll talk about what our favourite Halo game is. Just as a like, so we're obviously, I'll say from the bat that we're probably all traditional like 1 to 3 fans, right? As opposed to this, it's almost like a split fan base, right? You've got the core fan base, and you've got these
Bungie and the 343.
Yeah. So I'll start off with, and I think this answer might be shattered across the board a little bit, but my favourite Halo game is Halo 3.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
No, mine's not Halo 3.
Oh, really?
No,
Okay.
it's joint top between Halo Reach and Halo 3 ODST.
Oh, okay. ODST is
I
great.
prefer storytelling
Yeah.
than co-op. As I said before, a game needs to stand up on its own 2 feet instead of relying on co-op to have fun. And even though Halo 3 was fun, you couldn't really play it by yourself and still get the same feeling behind it.
Yeah.
Whereas Halo Reach, you could honestly sit there by yourself, play the entire campaign, and actually feel like, oh my god, this is actually a deep story, because you're doomed from the start. And Halo 3 ODST is silent and ambient. The music is spectacular in that game. It's better than Halo 3, I'd say.
Probably better than any Halo game.
Yeah.
It is pretty good. Now, you have to pick one, though. So you have to pick one. So I'm picking.
I'm going to give it to Halo ODST.
Damn, that's what I was going to pick. Because I was just going to say, because it came with Halo 3's multiplayer.
This is true.
So
I think
I'll say Halo 1 then.
it's a Halo 1. I do like Halo 1.
I don't like Halo 1 that
Halo
much.
1's probably my second favourite. Probably joined with ODST. I like Halo 1 a lot. Halo 1 was my first multiplayer Halo game. So I've just got a lot of fond memories of.
Halo Reach didn't reach my top just due to the fact that the multiplayer ranking system was, in my opinion, the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, to get to the highest level from the lowest level, you need to play, I believe it was 6 months worth of the game. Not on and now, on and off. It was 6 months in total.
Of like game time.
Yeah, on the average amount of credits that you got. And once you reach a certain point, I mean, in that game, I think the rank is called Hero, or something along those lines. And that took me forever to get on. Most of the people that have the highest rank on there, and ranks don't really matter in the game, it's all dependent on your skill, of course. But you like to be rewarded for how much effort you put into the game, not just how long you've played it. I mean, you can go onto Halo Reach and go against some of the highest levels, and the only way they've got that rank is because they've either glitched the game where you constantly get the same sort of medal over and over again, and it gives you loads and loads of credits for that. But all they've done is revert back to save like 1 billion times on the same mission, whereas someone who's actually good at the game, who's say a lieutenant colonel, could wipe the floor with them easily.
Just because they played the actual game.
Yeah, of course. And Halo Reach still goes off of the fact that it will rank you close to the people that your rank as well. So if you go against Mythics, if you go against Eclipses, which is the highest rank, I believe, then they may be terrible. But the 2 lieutenant colonels on the other team are going to be excellent. So you're going to lose every single time.
I think that's the same thing with like Halo 3 had a really good ranking system in my opinion. You could exploit it and you could boost it, but I feel like if you're making an online game where you can play with friends, there's no way to get around that, right?
Yeah.
But it was one of those first matchmaking things that was like, if you win a game, you go up. If you lose a game, you go down. So like to get to the top, you had to always win. And how do you win? You get good at the game.
Yeah.
As opposed to you've played this game, you've done terribly, but we're going to give you all sorts of experience anyway. And I appreciate some people prefer the Reach option, but Reach took it a bit too far. I think like no one's ever.
Yeah.
It's
So
too much.
The credits in Reach, that was like, I think they should have like dumbed it down how many credits they gave you and how much it all cost, because it's a bit too like a massive number that you couldn't even comprehend.
Yeah, it was at this point in Halo Reach. I mean, I still play it occasionally, but I've got so many credits I don't know what to do, but I can't reach the next level. It just won't allow me to, because I mean, I don't think it gives you enough credits for what you actually do, because you can go into a ranked game, play your heart out, and at the end of it you'll get like 1,000. Yet randomly, if you say mess around with custom games, it will give you 10,000 in the bonus credits.
Yeah.
So it didn't reward skill or anything like that. It rewarded how much time you played on it. And I mean, say if I was a 30-year-old guy with 2 newborn kids, I wouldn't have anywhere near as much time to play the game. Even if I was good at it, I'd still be ranked with all the lower
people, yeah. And then you'd just be wiping the floor with them.
Yeah.
Putting away new
so
players.
It takes away from the fun.
I think as well, like, the reason I like Halo 3 a lot is I think when you look at it kind of objectively, like, Halo 3's got fantastic multiplayer, it's got a fantastic campaign, it brought Forge to the table, custom games were the best in Halo 3, I think. I know they got, Forge was better in Reach, I'll say that, and even in 4 and 5, but because they don't have that complete package, like you can buy Halo 3 and just have just this entire, there's so much to chew on in that game. Yeah. Whereas Reach, like, I don't really like Reach's multiplayer or campaign, but I understand I'm in the fucking freak shed for that one, because a lot of people like Reach, especially the campaign. I like the Reach multiplayer.
I know a lot of people had our experience with Halo 3
from Halo
Reach.
2. Oh,
on Halo Reach, like the custom games.
Yeah,
because we were in school in Halo 3, and we were in school in Halo Reach as well. But we were like the prime of like, this is the game we play.
Yeah.
And then when the Halo Reach came out, people were at that time, our age, when Halo 3 came out, that's what their game was, and so they kept on doing that. And the custom games in that was still good.
Not as fun, because the colour palette on it was terrible. Everything was grey.
Colour palette was a bit weird.
Grey
compared to 3, because 3 was just so colourful.
Yeah, I think Reach graphically, just in the art style, just looks, it's a bit off.
It makes sense for the campaign, because it mirrors what the campaign's supposed to feel, but it's weird.
And the motion blur. The
motion blur is
terrible.
Awful.
It's like someone waves and you can see 3 different versions of their hand.
Yeah. You don't have any more questions, do you, Joe?
I do, but I don't know how much time we've got. So.
Well, is there any good questions there? Because I've got a little game to play.
Go for it.
Okay. So, you two are good Halo boys. You know the lore and stuff, right?
A little.
So, I'm going to ask you some questions. If you know the answer to the question, you get a point.
All right.
If you don't know the answer to the question, you're an idiot. Okay. You get called a dweeb. So I'm going to call out a question. You say I would know it, or I don't have buzzers, so you're going to have to go off this.
Okay.
So, first question. What happened to Jun after Halo Reach?
Halo Reach, he got taken to a UNSC military base and he trained new Spartans.
That's cool. I don't know.
He also...
Who the fuck is Jun?
Sniper.
The sniper in Halo Reach.
Oh, yeah.
He also...
The one they forgot to kill. Yeah.
He also made the Spartan 4 program and invited Buck to join.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, he invited Buck and Buck refused.
Well done, you get 1 point.
Thanks.
You're going to spend that later.
I'm going to spend that on a prostitute.
What is John 117's homeworld?
Harvest.
No.
Oh.
Joe, you get to steal the question.
Earth.
No.
I don't know.
Eridanus system, or the Eridanus 2.
No. Would have never.
Why-
got that.
I'm more of an Eridanus 1 man
That
myself.
got glassed by the Covenant. Okay, here we go. What is a Spartan 1?
Pardon me,
Johnson.
But what is a Spartan 1?
Spartan 1, they weren't
Souped
called
up
Spartan.
man.
Spartan 1s weren't called Spartan 1s. They were a training program from the UNSC to see if
What are they called?
they were called the Orion Project.
I think you have to give it to Denzel.
What was the answer? Just I don't know. Fair enough.
They were the early Super Shield. There weren't
You did
Spartan
say
1s.
souped up human, didn't you? What did you say?
I said souped up human,
They
yeah. You
weren't.
guys don't.
You got there first.
Denzel got them all.
But you got first. I think I'm gonna have to give it to Joe there.
Ooh.
What?
In 5 words, describe Forerunner.
Forerunner. What, pardon me?
The Forerunners, as in like
In how many words?
5.
Ancient alien that made planets. They made halo rings. They made rings.
Ancient alien that made rings. Okay, go on. Try and give them
Ancient rulers
more detailed.
of the galaxy.
Ancient rulers of the galaxy. Which one sounds more right? I think the rulers of the galaxy is more of a. When did they? They did rule the galaxy, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I can't give that to anyone. You both get a point. We're on the last question anyway. Why did Cortana change her look?
Why did she?
Yeah, she changed her look between all the games, I think.
To show her age.
Because she's disguised.
Disguising.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
She changed it in 4, and I didn't write down why.
Is it because she didn't? Because she wanted to separate herself from like. Halsey?
She changed it
Oh,
during the cryo sleep, but I've forgotten why. I hope the Denzel would just know.
No. Why would I know that?
There's no answer to this question.
Okay, I got one
Oh,
more.
hold on. I do know. It's because she wanted to change as well as the heads-up display that Master Chief had. I know that question, and that was the actual answer. So I get the point.
That was the lie, wasn't it?
You will never know.
Well, okay, last one to settle it all. What's the Warthog's maximum speed?
It's 88 miles an hour.
I don't know. 90.
Okay, it's 60. Let's go to the last question. When was Halo first shown? Give me the answer.
1999.
2001.
And where?
Kansas.
The Mac gaming show.
Macworld, yes, 1999. Joe, you win.
Oh, fucking on the money. But I think you got more right. I just know.
Now you're in the bonus round, Joe.
Oh, fuck.
You're in fast fire questions.
Wait, what? Why am I in this?
Because you won.
Did I?
What was ODST's first name? Weapon title.
Recon.
Okay. Roughly, how old is Master Chief in Combat Evolved?
What's
42.
It's in his 40s.
Oh, fuck.
And what year was Halo 4 set?
It's Halo 4 set.
Yeah.
2042. Go for it.
Chance to steal.
It's 2054. Sorry, 2054. 2554.
Well done, you did it. You won.
Oh, that's a lot of time in the future.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of the answers to that. I had to look up all of them, including
Have
the
you seen?
Cortana one
Have
that
you
I
seen
didn't
the
know.
original Mac demo
Yeah.
of Halo?
Yeah, it was an RTS.
Yeah, it's all fucked up looking.
No.
It wasn't that fucked up. It was just kind of.
Have you had
it was
Chief's
a first
voice in it?
person. No.
They're like, Chief, you gotta help us. And he's like, yes, I will help you. I am the Master Chief. Sounds like complete shit. He sounds like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, well, that was a bit of fun, wasn't it?
Bit of a laugh, bit of a meme, bit of a giggle. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a share, give us a post.
Go on. What do you shout out? Call out your. What do you want to call out?
I don't want to call that anything.
You want to subscribe to your Tinder profile?
I don't have a Tinder profile. Follow me on Gears of War at fucking, I don't know.
Okay.
Buy
good.
me a pizza.
I wouldn't mind that if you buy me one. Buy me.
Yeah.
English.
I'll post a picture of Denzel's Gears of War character. Here he is. Bye.